Okay, so we're going to remove the airlock and your alignable 4 on the end of a copoly test socket and on a Vivac test socket, so they can be removed or reused for future purposes, whether it be a test socket or a definitive. First thing you want to do is remove all of the components, make it run. Once the component's out, we'll get the socket ready to sand up and get our components out so they can be reused. After you remove your components, you can take a hacksaw, a jigsaw, a cast saw, a band saw, whatever, cut down the 2 walls of the socket right to the base of the lock. I like to cut the socket down on the same side that the buttonhole is, because the next stage would be sanding all the way around this, and it will split in half, and the hole acts as a natural cutway for removing the lock. The key is to cut it on the same side as the opening for your lock or your button is. You can do this with a jigsaw, cut each side, or a cast saw, whichever you prefer. Just come up to the lock. The key is to not hit the end of the lock. Just come down close. Same thing. Cast saw works the same way. Okay, so we're cut down on both sides. Now we sand all the way around this. All you have to pay attention to is where your metal's at. You want to expose all of it you can, and then stay off of your plastic lock when you sand it. Vivac test socket. We just had a straight neutral position on our 4-hole connector, so it's already ready to come off. Now it's just a matter of holding that in a vise, taking a screwdriver, tapping underneath the plastic, and knocking the end of it off. Usually at this point you can almost do it by hand. If you can't, set it in a vise and just separate the two and crack it open. Pull your lock out. And if you do a nice job of it, you won't even touch it with the sander. Barely bumped it right there. The rest of the connector's fine. All we need to do now is remove the plastic off the end of the 4-hole. So let's hop over to our vise. Now we have a lock, not even a mark on it. Okay, so we've sanded all the way around the base, popped our socket open, got our lock out. This lock is perfect. Now we've got a little bit of plastic stuck on the end. We put it in a vise that Makes it easier to hang on to. It's just a matter of getting something in there. Separating the two. A little bit of Coyote Quick. Put our components back together here. Orientation is correct. And that's it.